All right, guys, greetings, greetings. I'm back. I'm back. Hopefully, you all can join the live stream. I'm actually going to share this just in case you did not know that I was live. Um, so, just a moment. Let me go ahead and let people know that we're live over here. We have, to take drastic and extreme measures. Why is that? We have people that are hyper fixated with Brown Girls Beautiful over here. Okay. So we have to use other means of actually taking action. Let me make sure I can be heard. MacBook. Okay. So this should be playing through my speakers. Can y'all hear me? We have, Okay, sounds like I can be heard. That's the great thing. I don't have my microphone hooked up or anything, but it seems like y'all can hear me. So that's wonderful. Yeah, I'm not even supposed to be going live right now. I was supposed to be in a meeting. Like I was saying on my earlier stream, that meeting that I was on actually got cut short as the instructor was speaking. Hi, JR, the boss. As the instructor was speaking, he actually got thrown off the Zoom call. And what I thought is that he was going to come back right on, but he never came back on. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go live and talk to you all and speak to my audience because I was going to do a live stream right before then. But y'all, I actually had to eat. I had to make something to eat. I had to eat. And by the time I finished eating, I only had maybe 2 minutes to come on to the live stream to talk to y'all. So I did make a little mini clip that I was going to post, but I didn't post it. Instead, I just went live and then we had some haters or a hater that's obsessed with Brown Girls Are Beautiful. So I said, let's go ahead and do something different, okay? Let's take matters into our own hands and do something a little different over here. So thank you for joining the live stream. If you joined, thank you. If I can be seen and heard, I appreciate you all. Like I said, I was going to go live again, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I did gain a subscriber in that little bit of time. So thank y'all for loving me. Thank you so much. Y'all, I actually did my hair earlier. I did my hair, and I don't know if it's going to hold because we have very drastic heat out here. Yesterday, it got up to 101 degrees. So that's what went on yesterday. Today is going to be in the 90s, y'all. Okay, it's going to be in the 90s today. So you know what? Um, Let me see here. I don't know if I can go live on my phone and on here at the same time, but I'm gonna try it out and see, y'all. I'm just gonna see what happens, okay? There's some haters in this house. If you see them, point them out. All right, let's see if I can go live in two places at once. Ah, look at me, y'all. All right, so thank you so much, JR, the boss. All right, I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to see if it works because whoever it is yesterday when I went live, they keep on like messing with the live stream some type of way. And I think it's just somebody that's miserable and not happy in life. That's what I really think. Um, let's see here. All right, so I can't retitle that video, but this video is talking about time has sped up, in my personal opinion. Let me know how you feel. And before I was rudely interrupted, I'm looking at my phone and over here because I'm live in two places at once. Now, me in your face, whoever is hating behind the scenes. We have this color, which is like a deep orange. I love this color. It's more like an earth tone. And the dress that I have, this would match. The dress is like a deep orange, this color, and a gold. It's pretty, y'all. It's beautiful. And then I have yellow, which is on the color that's on my toes. So I'm trying to figure out which color I want to go with. So I don't know if I want to do the yellow for now and then do this later. Because I'm in a vibrant mood today, well, in this moment, I feel like I want to go with this, and then I'll have to take this off and redo it in this color. Right? I was just thinking about getting my nails done, but for now, I'm just going to paint my nails, y'all. Hi, Eric. How are you? Nothing special going on with the nails, Eric. Nothing majorly special going on. Hopefully, I can get this to twist off. Y'all make sure y'all share my live stream, by the way. And I know what this is all about. They're just mad and upset because we have love over here at Brown Girls of Beautiful's channel, and they're extremely miserable. It's so sad, y'all, the misery that people have in their lives. Um, but that's not going to stop anything. So, like I was saying, do you ever, if I look down, it's because I'm painting my nails, okay? Do y'all ever feel that time is being sped up? Because my thing is this, see? My thing is, even though they allegedly turned off CERN, I don't know if you heard about that, but I did a video on it the other day. So, CERN is basically where they alter reality and they manipulate our reality, y'all, which I knew they were doing that without actually finding out. How did I know they were doing that? Because I could feel it in my intuition. So that's why we could never give up on our natural abilities, and we all have, the gift of intuition inside of us, which is kind of basically like our discernment. The more that we practice listening to this, the better we'll get, because a lot of times they want us to ignore what's innately built into ourselves, right? But we got to stop doing that. So a lot of things have been revealed lately in the news, and one of the things is that they have started altering the electrons in the universe, and when they do that, they actually can kind of like shapeshift our reality, if that makes sense. And if you don't know anything about shape shifting, I would highly implore you to check out a lady by the name of Arizona Wilder. Back in the day, she was talking about the allegedly the royal family. So Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles, and them. How Queen Elizabeth was a shapeshifter, and she would turn into this lizard-looking being, which would get about, I don't know, she said between 7 to 8 feet, or maybe like 10 feet tall. So it's my opinion that these shapeshifters that look like lizard beings could actually be the dinosaurs that people thought they saw back in the day. Because if you think about dinosaurs, don't they kind of look like lizards? Just very, very extremely tall ones. And I don't really believe that dinosaurs exist, because all of the paleontologists that allegedly found these bones. Oh yeah, you can see this is my left hand. These are the colors. And this is my right hand. I'm not done yet. So I'm still working on it. Yeah, it's not a professional look, but I just wanted to do this to make myself feel better, y'all. Want my nails to look nice and cute. And I said, let me go with yellow today, even though I should have been out of the house by now. And that's another thing. I feel like we spent, hi, King Hazy. How you doing? Look, I'm just talking. Look, I'm on two different monitors, by the way. So don't think I'm ignoring y'all if I'm looking in one place. I had to do this because we had, a hater coming on the channel interrupting the live stream. So I'm going live in two places at once. These are my nails. These are my nails, y'all. I had a wrist injury, and this nail broke. So yeah, this hand looks a little bit better than this hand. This hand is still, I don't know if y'all can see, look at this. Can you see this? You see how the pinky is still bent? That came from my wrist injury, y'all. So you see how flexible the left hand is? The right hand is still kind of stiff. This is what happened. Hi, Drew. You said hello, my beautiful Nubian Egyptian Black Queen. How you been? Hi, Drew. How are you? See this right here? This 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 is what happens whenever you get a wrist injury. Yes, I do have long, slender fingers, Eric. I've always had long, slender fingers, but my piano teacher, when I used to play the piano back in the day, y'all, way back in the day, many years ago, said that it is good to have long fingers because you can reach the chords, right? Your fingers can actually reach the chords. That's what he told me. But he also told me that I had to cut my nails, y'all, because I used to always have long nails, and longer than this. This is not long at all. These nails are not long, but my nails used to always be naturally long. And people were like, "Oh, are those your real nails?" And I'm like, "Yeah." My mother had naturally, thank you, Haley. My mother had naturally long nails. My sister has very long nails, naturally long nails, and I did too. And like when you play the piano, you're supposed to play like this. You're supposed to kind of like curve. So like you can't really, so y'all can see what I'm doing. You can't really do the keys like you're supposed to, play the keys like you're supposed to if you have the nails get in the way. So I was like, okay, I'll cut them, right? So I told him I was going to cut them, and then they would grow back. And then he would tell me about my nails again, and I have to cut them again. So like if you people that play the piano, y'all know what I'm talking about. They don't want you can't play with nails. So that was the only thing about that. Oh, I used to type. Like my job, all I used to do on my jobs that I've had, most of all the jobs that I've had have been typing. I love typing. That's the thing. I love typing. Like I took a keyboard class back in middle school, y'all, because I wanted to learn how to type. And when I learned how to type, I was just clicking away, clicking away. That's all. I mean, I can type really fast, real fast. Like if you give me a typing test, I'm going to blow it out the water. And so I used to type with these nails, but what would happen by me when I would hit the keys, it would cause my nails to grow like at an angle because I guess I was touching the keys with a part like the side of my nail. So that's what would happen. Yeah, I had long nails when I was real young, Eric. I did. Yeah, I can play the piano and type. I somewhat can still play the piano. Right over there, you can't see it, but I have a keyboard, and that's the same kind of keyboard piano that I bought when I was learning how to play, because I needed something with weighted keys that resembled a real piano. And it has like the little thing on the bottom that you push the pedal at the bottom. It has that. It's not like a grand piano or anything, but it's very similar. One day I should come on here and play something for y'all, but y'all, I don't want to embarrass myself. I am by no means an expert, but I enjoyed that class so much. And that's why I say I feel like time is speeding up, y'all, because it was not that long ago that I can remember doing all this stuff. And that was some of the most relaxing part of my journey when I was taking music, because I was a music major, was when I would have to go and actually talk to that, not talk, but when I used to go take piano lessons with that teacher. And my teacher said that he started learning how to play at the age of 28. When he started teaching me, he was, I think, almost 50 or 50, but he was so good. It was this Caucasian man, and he could play all types of stuff like Anita Baker. He was very soulful. Did you type the fastest in your class? I was probably one of the fastest. I know, like, I was one of the fastest on my job. On my job, I was one of the fastest because they have this way that they can monitor what you do called keystrokes per hour. And like everybody's like, what do you call it? Metrics would show up and you could look it up. And like I was one of the fastest. I've always been fast at doing work. Like I always work fast. I always really, I'm a hard worker. So when I put my effort into something, I see results. Y'all, I really do. What type of music? You said curious to ask what kind of music did you play on the piano? Let me get one of my. I'm gonna go grab one of my piano books. It's right over here. I'm gonna show you what I played. I actually played classical. I played there. They had something called the Baroque music. So really from that era, Baroque music, probably classical, and then you have the Romantic period, and then I think it's one other period that I cannot remember. We had to actually study music theory, y'all, and so there's something called timbre, timbre. That is the instruments that are being played. So we had a test where we had to listen to music that was played, and we had to actually say, what do you hear? What instruments do you hear? We know it's a woodwind instrument, but what is being played? We also had to name the music theory that we heard. Was it the classical period? And you'll know that it's the classical period because you hear like a lot of violins. It's very romanticized. um, I'm sorry, the Romantic period. And then there's the classical, which we know Beethoven. And then there's the Baroque music, which is a little bit different. Yeah, I love music. Let me go get my book. Okay, I'll show you my book that I had. Hold on, y'all. I have several books, y'all. But this one right here was one of my favorites, I believe. Why did my cat just go get in the cage by himself, y'all? He just went and put himself in the cage. He's laying in the cage. I don't know what's up with that. But this is one of my books that I had when I was taking my music courses. Yeah, this is it right here. Classics to moderns. It's probably like an introductory level because it says 40 very easy original keyboard pieces. So this is if you ever want to start off or if you have a child in the family that wants this is a good book. You stuck in this place when it comes to music. Bobby, what's good? 93 to 2000. You know what? Those are the best. Though wasn't that the best time of music, like the 90s music? Would you play for me one day? I don't know, King Hazy. I don't know. I'm gonna show you one of my favorite pieces that I played. Is it in here? Oh yeah, these are very easy pieces. Hold on, let me see if I can find it, y'all. Let's see. The Wayside Rose. I don't know if it might be in the other book. It might be in the other book. I don't think it's in here. So yeah, it's not in this book. It's in the other one. But anyway, this is the inside of it, y'all. This is what it looks like. Okay. We all know if you are familiar with music theory and the piano, you know that the treble clef is what the right hand plays and the bass is what the left hand plays. Yeah, Enzo. What am I reading? This is music. Yeah, it's almost like another language. Hi, Bobby. It's almost like another language, y'all. But it's really neat. Like I started playing music when I was in middle school, and I used to play the flute. I know that like the topic of this video went into a whole different journey, but I feel like music is timeless. I feel like music, you can never get tired of music, and I am a true indigenous music lover at heart, y'all. You were born in 81. The 90s are, yeah, the 90s are the best, Bobby. At least that's why we're in emotionally attached. I am emotionally attached to 90s music. I will say that. I like if I could jump pardon good afternoon hi. Yes. So yeah, so like I said, right here in the right hand, the treble clef, which is up here. Y'all always see that, the treble clef. That's what the right hand plays. And the left hand plays, I'm sorry, yeah, treble, and the left hand plays the bass. Left hand plays the bass, y'all. I've not seen a lot of live stream about music. I personally love music. I will subscribe to you. Enzo, I don't want you to get the wrong idea because I don't talk about music on here all the time. But thank you if you want to subscribe because I talk about a lot of different topics. I'm very multifaceted over here. I talk about politics. I talk about how my day is going. I talk about just whatever the spirit moves me to talk about. Okay. So I know people say you should have one set topic. I really feel like people come over here because they like my energy. And then I also post my cats. And you know what? I do talk about real estate. Yes, Bobby. I think y'all love my cats more than you love me. Because every time I post Tinkerbell and Prancer, y'all give them all the attention and all they get all the likes, they get all the hearts, they get all the views, y'all. They get more views than I do. So I was like, should I make this a cat channel? But I don't really want to make it a cat channel because then I'm going to be forced to like record the cats all the time. That could be a lot of work. Um, but I appreciate y'all. So yeah, and then you have like your different chords, so basically you have to find middle C. Maybe one day I can do a little mini tutorial on here about it. But that's how I learned by finding the middle C. There's actually a jazz club out here. It's like a jazz club that I went to with one of my coworkers. She does real estate too, and for her birthday, we went to the jazz club. It's called Middle C Jazz. Middle C. It was nice. It was a different experience. So if you're into that, now like when I get in the car, a lot of times I listen to jazz instrumentals in the car. And y'all think that it's boring. I promise you it's not boring. Like if you have Pandora, which is free, I found out about Pandora by one of my coworkers. We were at work one day. She was playing Pandora. She said, "You didn't know about this?" No, I didn't know about it. It was free. So I pulled up. I'd love to see video of your cars. Videos of the cars. Oh, cats. Oh yeah. You'll definitely see some videos of the cats. Tinkerbell just jumped in my lap. She's sitting right here in the other chair beside me. You just can't see her, but she's sitting in the chair, listening, y'all. Um, wherever I notice wherever I go in the house, that's where their cats come. So like if I'm in here, they're in here. If I go in the room, they come in the room. If I go in the bathroom and I'm doing my hair, they'll come in the bathroom, or they'll like be hanging around the outside of the door. But yeah, so Pandora, if you look that up, download it to your phone. I'm giving y'all like my little top secret. I shouldn't be telling y'all this. They are very needy of attention, and they force their way into, like, what do you call it, they force their way into getting emotionally stimulated by me. Like, they force affection. They're forcefully affectionate. That's what I wanted to say. My cats are forcefully affectionate. So earlier when I was asleep, I didn't want to be bothered, and here comes Tinkerbell. Now, normally I would say, yeah, lock them up in the cage at night, but most of the time I fall asleep before the cats. So they are awake, and they will wake me up because they want something to eat. And then once I feed them, I'll end up kind of falling back to sleep. They'll wake me up again because in her head, it's time for me to get up. So if I'm not up at a certain time, she'll keep bothering me and picking with me and messing with me until I actually get up, because she feels like it's just time for me to get up. So that's how she is. And then she'll force her way into like affection. So, like, I don't want to be bothered, but she'll come and get beside me and start purring and continuously do it, even if I like knock her down. Like, I don't want to seem like I'm being violent, but like I'll push her out the way, tell her to get down. She'll still keep coming up beside me. But download Pandora, and download, look up jazz instrumentals, y'all. Jazz instrumentals is what you want to look up. And there's this group called Cool and Clean, Kool and Klean, y'all. I should type it out let me type it in the chat section. Cool and Clean is what you want to look for. I love them. There's another guy called Phil, Phil, and the last name starts with a C. I can't think of it. Oh, Hardcastle. Phil Hardcastle. That's his name. Look him up. That man is a freaking musical genius. I can just hear the sounds in my head right now. Look up Phil Hardcastle, y'all. Phil Hardcastle. You said I wanted a cat last winter because I had a field mouse problem. I wouldn't even want my cats chasing mice, because I wouldn't allow them in the house after that. Like, you stay outside. It's bad enough, like when bugs come in here, I don't want them messing with the bugs. I don't want them eating the bugs. Now, I will tell you, when you have cats, if insects get inside, like say you left the screen door open, when cats get inside, they'll kill those bugs for you. Like mosquitoes don't have a chance. That's one thing I'm very glad about. Sounds like good Friday evening music. It's good music every day for your spirit and your soul. Trust me, it is. Check out Phil Hardcastle, y'all. You said, haha, I understand. I have a little kitty called Maiko. Oh, that's a cute name. Or Miko. I think Maiko. And whenever I'm sleeping, he will meow next to my ear and it makes me laugh. Okay. Yeah, man. Animals are some of the most loyal. I always say this, y'all. It's almost 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to get off here because I got to get out the house. But animals are some of the most loyal, some of the most accepting, appreciative creatures you could have in your life. The ice and cold brought them in, according to the exterminator. I just needed the cat smell to deter them. Okay, okay. Yeah, it's pronounced Mexico. Mexico. Okay, Mexico. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, well, I talk about cats a lot over here because I have two of them. They're very spiritual creatures, and they will let you know if they don't agree with someone that enters into your threshold. So just pay attention to their energy, y'all. Same thing, I think, with dogs too. I've had dogs to follow me up the sidewalk, unbeknownst to me. They get very excited. Dogs get very excited around me, so that's why I don't do like real big dogs because they really like throw me off. But y'all, there was this really big, what type of dog was this thing? The thing was big. I forgot the name of the dog. It was extremely large and it was only 9 months old. And I remember being around that dog, and the owner was like, "Oh, he's not going to hurt you. He's just excited because you're here. And because you are a female, he knows that you're a female." I thought the thing was going to attack me, y'all. I got very nervous and I tried not to show nervous energy because animals can pick up on that. But he was like, "No, he's just excited that you're here and he's just happy to see you." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." So now I see why females have those extra large dogs because they're very protective. And whatever type of dog that was, I was actually considering getting one, but they're very expensive. Like they're thousands. I know he said he paid thousands of dollars for that dog. Um, and his whole purpose was to breed him. So that's, I mean, dogs are very protective, y'all. It's funny that you're talking about a cat when I listened to Mike Tyson sleeping with his tigers. You said Mike Tyson slept with tigers. You know what? Mike Tyson did have a tattoo of a tiger. Yeah, he has a tattoo of a tiger on his face, as a matter of fact. He sure does. Y'all, that man is a beast if he can sleep with tigers. He's a freaking beast. Shout out to Mike. That that he's a creature all on him, all by himself. I mean, to any woman that could deal with Mike Tyson, good luck to you, because I don't. Mike would scare me, y'all. Mike would scare me if he ever got mad. That is a big man. That is a big, big, tall, strong man. You know, Mike said some GAY stuff before. I don't know if y'all remember how he said he would F the dude and make him love him. He's like, "I'll F you until you love me." I'm like, what man says that to another man on national TV? Y'all go look it up. It's in the videos. I did a video about it and everything. He was like, "I'll F you and make you love me." What? What type of stuff are these people into? Used to let his tiger sleep in his bed. I think they were Bengal. Yeah. Speaking of Bengal tires. Yes, Bobby, you remember that? Need a watchdog, you already have boxing hands. Speaking of Bengal tigers, I had these cats, right? Named Tigger. One was named Tigger, the other one was named Elmo. They were so adorable. They were brothers, okay? So I got them at the same time. So come to find out, I didn't know what type of cats they were because it was really hard to tell based on their markings. I knew they had some type of tabby mixed in with them, but then they had some different markings in their fur. Y'all, they had very original coats of fur. Like they looked very different, very unique cats, and they had a lot of personality. I miss them till this day. What ended up happening is my daddy gave them away unbeknownst to me, y'all. We had those cats for at least 4 years, and I didn't know he was going to do that. But long story short, we looked them up, and I think somebody told us that those cats were mixed with some type of Bengal. I was like, they're mixed with some type of Bengal. So all I knew was Bengal was some type of wild cat. And then when we started like looking them up online on the internet, so they have these cats called F1s, F2s, F3s, and F4s. So we looked at the cats and we were like, well, this one looks more like it could be between a F3, maybe, and a F2. And I didn't know they had different cat breeds for these Bengal cats. And they said that they are domesticated and they are some of the best cats that you could ever own. When I say they were some of the best cats I've ever had, I've only had no, four sets of cats in my lifetime. I said I was never going to get any more cats after them because I was very disappointed. Every time I get pets, something happens to them and I get heartbroken, y'all. I cried. I cried. I don't know if I told y'all this story, but I actually cried because my first cat got left in Germany and we couldn't bring her back with me because they wouldn't let her fly. My daddy took her to the vet right before we left Germany and they found out she was pregnant. We didn't know she was pregnant. So they would not let her fly. They said it was too close to her due date. So she had to stay in Germany. Right before we left, some lady in the building said that she would keep the cat for us. She found out about what happened in the story of the cat being pregnant. So I was all excited. So we get back over to the United States. I'm at my granny's house, and the lady wrote us a letter. And she's like, "Oh, your cat had kittens, and one of them looks just like her, and they're so cute." And I'm all excited. I'm like telling my mama, "We got to keep one of them." So I'm thinking that, Frisky was her name, that she's coming to be with us, right? Guess what ends up happening? This lady writes another letter and she says that she gave the cat away along with her kittens, y'all. I was so freaking devastated. I cried. I cried. I cried. And I was telling my granny about it. She was outside working on her. My granny had a beautiful yard, y'all. She had like it was an acre split between her and her sister. And my granny used to always be out there working on her flower garden. She had some of the most beautiful flowers and she would count her flowers. She knew the blooms on her trees. She knew if I picked any of them. Like she was really into that. She had a green thumb, and so from what I heard, my great grandmother also had a green thumb as well. My mother has that. I feel like whenever I touch stuff, it dies. But unbeknownst to me, my flowers in the front have been coming back every year, y'all. So anyway, I tried to write the lady a letter, and I'm like thinking that there was hope. Could she please get the cat back and just send her? She never responded, y'all. I was just so devastated. So that's what happened with Frisky. That's what happened with her. So, and I think what happened because the woman was pregnant, and my mother was like, yeah, she probably got irritated because she was pregnant, and the cat also was pregnant, but the cat had the kittens already. So she probably just didn't want to deal with it and she gave her away. My daddy actually sent a check to this woman to fly Frisky back over to the United States. It was a $300 check. He sent the check to the woman, and I think she sent the check back or whatever. I can't remember, y'all. You said you have a fish and it's expensive. I love beautiful fish. I want a fish tank. I've been wanting a fish tank for years. My granny had a fish tank. I don't know anything about taking care of fish. My sister had two fish tanks and the fish died, y'all. So I'm just like, I don't want the fish to die, but I want those beautiful exotic tropical fishes if I get a fish tank. And I don't know anything about fish, so I don't want them to die because that's like a waste of money if the fish die. And then I'm like, with two cats, would it be a good idea to have a fish tank? Because would the cats not try to go in the tank and like get the fish? Like, what if I'm not here and they decide, oh, let's jump on top of that fish tank? So maybe I would have to keep the fish tank in a whole completely separate room where the cats can't get to it. King Hazy, the green thumb, yeah, you have it too. Lucky you. I want a garden, but I just feel like I gotta stop thinking that my garden won't grow. My garden will grow. One thing about the earth is it will do what you tell it to do. That's one thing about nature. We control nature in some aspects. If you plant it, it will grow. I just have to get it out of my head that it won't grow. It will grow. So that's another thing. You have three aquariums, 180, 75, and 29-gallon. Ooh, Bobby. Those sound like they're very big tanks. The first started because I was bored during the pandemic. Fish are so relaxing to look at. They actually say that's why they have like the fish tanks at dentist office and at doctor's offices because they said it brings down your blood pressure. Mike was bugging during that period. He was, Bobby. That's a super pause. Don't know what type of S he been through. I know, right, King Hazy? You don't need a watchdog. You already have boxing hands. Okay. The first, okay. I just wanted to make sure I read through y'all comments. Yeah, so that is the story behind that, y'all. But how do y'all feel? How's your day going? How do y'all feel today? Y'all doing well? Are y'all feeling good today, y'all? Spend it on me. Go right ahead and spend it on me. Y'all know that song by who is that? Who sings that song? Is it Summer Walker or SZA? SZA. I can't think of who it is. But every time I start and I push play on my Apple Music, that song comes up. I'm so tired of spam calls, y'all. I'm so freaking tired of it. I feel like it needs to be outlawed. I'm about to step out in this blaze for a few hours. I am too, King Hazy. I dread going out there, but I gotta do it. Gotta get to it and do it. You know how it is. You can't make money sitting in the house, can you? You gotta get out there and do something. Thank y'all to the new subscribers. I really appreciate the love, y'all. I'm trying to grow this channel. Um, I had oatmeal today. I know that's random, but that's what I had. Oatmeal with raisins. Do y'all eat raisins in your oatmeal? I'm really, really, really working on my diet. I want to do a water fast. I don't know if I can do it. Yeah, I thought I was stronger than this. I'm really kind of surprised with myself because I'm mentally strong. And usually when I set my mind to do something, it gets done, right? But a water diet, so I'm like, maybe for a day could I do it? 2 days, 3 days, could I do it? There are people that have gone on a water fast for 30 days, y'all. And the reason why I feel like this is so important is because it resets our bodies and it actually helps reverse things and heal our bodies. I've heard and I've watched the doctors talk about how if people have like cancer, it can actually cause the body to reset the immune system so the immune system will attack the cancer cells. So I think that is so I think that is so interesting and amazing. You see how amazing our bodies are designed? You said I beat cream of wheat and grits oatmeal too lumpy for me. Okay. You said who don't? I'm at work with my office door closed, doing schoolwork and being on YouTube. Bobby, shout out to you. You got, look, if you got an office door and you can close it, y'all, you wouldn't be able to tell me anything. I never had an office door. You know, the office door that I have is in the house, it's in the room in there. That's my office door, office/bedroom. And you know, if you use your bedroom as an office, you can claim it on your taxes too. If you didn't know that, you can do that. You've been drinking more water? Good. God is official. God is K official. I like your name. God is K official. I like that. Yeah, that's what's up. Water is interesting. Water is very good for us, but we need to have the right type of water coming into our bodies. And actually, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I just ordered like a 5 gallon, I think it's either five or what's that big jug of water that you can order from the store? I had them to DoorDash it because the thing is heavy. But I had one of those delivered, the Primo water. Do y'all know what that is? Have y'all had any of that? So that's what I've been drinking. Um, also putting, and I need to start doing this, I have lemons in there. I haven't done it, but just putting lemons in the water is really good because from my understanding, according to Dr. Sabi, it helps clear the mucus out of the body too. Mucus is what causes a lot of illness and sickness, according to Dr. Sabi. That's definitely good. I'm on to juicing watermelon and cucumber now. Ooh, you cannot go wrong with watermelon. Oh my gosh. Cucumbers are good too. Cucumbers are super good for our skin, y'all. I love it all. Trying to lose weight currently 202 pounds, but I would rather be 175 to 180. You can do it, Bobby. You can do it. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you, Goddess K. Yeah, you can definitely do it, Bobby. Just keep at it. Cause you know, we all have these goals in our minds set. Like you know what my goal was? To work on my arms. Because if you know about my wrist injury, you know I lost weight in my right arm. My right arm has always been bigger because I'm right hand dominant. So like the muscle gets bigger in that arm. Whatever dominant hand you are, that those muscles are bigger because you use it more. Unless you're what is it, ambidextrous. Well, after the wrist injury, because I was in a cast for about, was it 6 to 8 weeks, it caused all of this. I couldn't use it, y'all. I couldn't move, I couldn't bend, I couldn't twist. It was all painful. So I didn't realize how quickly we lose muscle tone. I didn't realize it, y'all. Everything had gotten so weak. I She told me I couldn't pick up anything heavier than a pencil, and technically I couldn't. That's how bad it was hurting. Like I could not pick up my phone with this hand. I couldn't do anything with this hand. I talk about it a lot. Some of y'all might have actually subscribed to me when I was going through that journey, because in the AM I would actually go live and I would be doing like my hand exercises and stuff. I'm still supposed to be using the what is it called, the paraffin wax, because it's like I said, it's not all the way how I need it to be. Like it's not as flexible as I want it to be. Like I see the fluidity in this hand. I want this hand to be, and look, I can see the difference. I can see the difference, even if y'all can't. I notice the difference. I know my body. I'm not fat, just feel heavy. Yeah, Bobby. Well, whatever works for you, as long as you're comfortable. But you can do it. Like one of my colleagues was telling me, she called me last night. She was like, I just talked to my trainer. I told her I'm ready to lose this weight. I'm going to get back to working out. Hey, whatever it is, my sister, she's been working on herself, So whatever your journey is, just go for it, y'all. Whatever makes you happy. You said you did, King Hazy. Good for y'all, y'all. All of this is such good news. Just improving ourselves, just being happy with ourselves, not worrying about the outside world. That's what life is about, right? Enjoying yourself, enjoying your life, y'all. I mean, yeah, I want to go to the beach. I want to go to the beach, and I want to go to the amusement park. And I'm a kid at heart, and I don't care. I have bubbles. I like bubble blowers. I like catching butterflies. I love beautiful things. What's good, Black Dot? La Flare. We gotta put the La Flare on it, because look, pop our collar when we say La Flare. Fluff our collar when we say La Flare. I just have to stay away from Cold Stone ice cream and oxtail pizza, Bobby. Oh gosh, don't get me started. Everyone has a weakness, don't they? Y'all, mine are chocolate chip cookies and Snickers. Mm, 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 mm. So now when I go to the store, I see the Snickers, but I don't buy them. Chocolate chip cookies, I stopped buying those. I do have some in the refrigerator, but I had to do them in increments. So I know, like, every time I go to the store, I can't have them. I also love apple pie. I don't get that when I go to the store. So, like, if it's not in the house, you're not tempted. That's the biggest thing. Like, don't bring it in the house and you can't have it, right? Yes, ma'am. Oxtail pizza. I never had oxtail pizza, y'all. Now I've done what is it? Hawaiian pizza. Do you know what Hawaiian pizza is like? It's got the pineapples on it. I like pineapples on my pizza. Now that sounded like something I never thought I would enjoy, but since I tried it, I like it, y'all. Cold Stone ice cream. Ice cream is good too. Oh yeah, ice cream is good too. Butter pecan is good. I like strawberry and I like vanilla. That's pretty much it for me. I don't go for cookies and cream. I'm not a fan of any of that type of stuff. Hawaiian pizza is good. It is. It is. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Don't get me started. I love bread. I love rolls. Biscuits, y'all. I had to stop buying and purchasing Hawaiian rolls and biscuits. Y'all, okay, so back in the day, I know I said I was gonna get off here because y'all are slick. Y'all got me talking. I'm supposed to be gone, but I really do have to get off here in a few minutes. Um, Back in the day on Sundays, y'all, on Sundays, I would always cook, like, I made sure I would cook a Sunday meal. So for Sunday meals, usually I would do like, I did chicken tenders. I would do like the little chicken drumettes. This is back when I was like buying meat and stuff like that. I would do chicken drumettes. So that was that. And then I would have like the Hawaiian roll or like a biscuit. I would do like mashed potatoes with the real potatoes where you have to mash them yourself. And then I would maybe have like some corn and like some green beans or some spinach, y'all. And that used to be like a little Sunday meal. And my sister, when we were staying together, she would cook too, y'all. And like at night, because y'all know I was telling y'all yesterday, I would work. Actually, I used to work two jobs. I would go to one job, leave there, go to the next. So I would not get off until like almost nine. It was like maybe nine something. By the time I got home, it was like almost 10 o'clock. I used to be so tired. It used to be dark outside. My sister would she would cook, and you know what she would do for me, y'all? This was so sweet. She would leave my plate in the microwave for me. So like when I would come home and come in the door, she'd be like, "Oh, your plate is in the microwave." Y'all, that was the sweetest thing ever because I didn't have to worry about cooking. Like, and to be able to just sit down and eat, because like you don't feel like cooking at 10 o'clock. You're tired. You don't work two jobs. You ready to just like rest. And so that's how it was. You enjoyed my presence? Thank you, Bobby. I would get bored and drive to Brooklyn for the pizza and hide out in a hotel somewhere in Jersey. Really, Bobby? Interesting. Y'all, so I never knew that food could cause such comfort to people. I didn't know that people use food as comfort because for me, what did I used to use as comfort? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I use as comfort. Shopping. Terrible, y'all. Terrible thing. Terrible. Don't do that. That's a great thing to come home to. It is Black Dot LaFleur. So I just thought that was the sweetest thing because she used to cook, y'all. I remember. Okay, let me tell you another story. So when we used to get snow and we used to get snowed in. So I remember one time we got snowed in, and we didn't really technically have to be snowed in because we could walk across the like the highway to the grocery store. We had Kroger right across from us, and we could literally walk to like where we needed to go. But she actually made these what are these things called? The Mexican things. They're not tortillas, quesadillas or something. Whatever they were so good, y'all. I remember my friend came over at the time. One of her friends came over. We tore that stuff up. It was so good. It was so he was like, I gotta give you a hug. It was so good, y'all. We tore it up. I remember one time she fixed crab cakes, salmon cakes. Y'all, we had fun in the snow. Let's just say that. We were having some fun in the snow, y'all. We were eating good. So yeah, people do use food as comfort. I didn't know people did use food as comfort until I started being I wasn't addicted, but like every day on my break, I used to get like a 15-minute break at work. Y'all, I used to be going to like Walgreens and stuff, and I would get like, them cherry gummies. I used to get those. I used to get gummy bears, and they used to like make me feel better for some reason. I don't know why. Y'all making me hungry. Let's stop talking about food. Klondike bars was my comfort in Afghanistan. Once I had the food service connect. Oh my good, what's good, Fox Galaxy? That's nice, y'all. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Y'all remember that commercial? Certain commercials will make you want to buy the product. Like I never wanted Klondike bars. I wasn't into that chocolate with vanilla, but I liked the commercial though. What would you do for a Klondike bar? And then it had like that polar bear and the silver wrapper packet. How's my day going? It Fox, I need to get out of the house. I haven't done anything yet except for come on this live stream. I get ginger ale, blackberry flavor. I like that pop. It makes me feel good. Also, too, I do use food for comfort. Um, these popsicles. I have a whole box of them in the refrigerator. I got the black cherry flavor, y'all. I can't think of the name of them, but they come in a green box and they have like the real fruit filling in them. And because I'm trying to cut back on sugar, you know what I did the other day? I opened one, I took like two bites out of crime and I put it back in the wrapper and I put it back in the freezer. I said, I cannot have all this sugar today. You love popsicles? Me too. That was another food I used for comfort. Popsicles. I turned my mother on to them. Edie's popsicles, and also Haagen-Dazs, y'all. Ooh, don't get me started on Haagen-Dazs. So you know the little miniature, they used to sell them for 99 cents at Kroger's. You could get the caramel flavor, the strawberry ice cream, the vanilla, the fudge, like any flavor you want. They had them for 99 cents in the little miniature cups. We were getting those every single time we went to the store. Y'all, I turned my friend on to them. My sister used to get them, but I don't get them anymore. Your childhood summer comfort popsicle, I'm telling you. And don't get me started on ice cream sandwiches. When I was in kindergarten, y'all, back in the day, we used to have ice cream time. So my mama would give me money for ice cream, right? And so whenever we had ice cream, the teacher would take our order for that day. Like, what type of ice cream do you want? You can get the cone, you can get the cup. My thing was the same every single time. Ice cream sandwich, ice cream sandwich. I never switched it up. Never switched it up. And then when I used to come home from school, my mother would be like, "What do you want to eat?" Well, my mama, I call her mama. "What do you want to eat?" And I'm like, "Ham sandwich." That's when I used to eat ham. I didn't know any better. Ham sandwich every single day. She used to fix it the same way. Two white pieces of bread, Miracle Whip. Oh, don't let me have Miracle Whip, y'all. Miracle Whip. Oh my God. Miracle Whip just it set it off, y'all. Put that mayonnaise on there. Put that sliced Kraft cheese on there with that ham. Sometimes she might do like she might put like a slice of tomatoes on there or whatever. She slice it. Sometimes she would diagonally slice it. Oh my gosh, y'all. Those were the good old days. And a little side of like potato chips on the side or Doritos on the side and like maybe some Hawaiian punch. What y'all know about that? Hawaiian punch does not taste the same anymore, y'all. It's watered down. I don't even drink that. Especially the popsicle, the long ones in a plastic bag. Oh yeah, we call them cool pops. I know exactly because they come in blue, they come in pink, red, purple, green. Yeah, we used to have those. Yeah, the ones in a plastic bag. If you know the ones I'm mentioning, yes, Fox Galaxy. Actually, we gave some of those to the children at the elementary school when they have field day. They have those. The teacher gives those out as like little prizes for the children. Yeah. I think I have some of those right now in the refrigerator. So never lose sight of like the little things that make you happy, y'all. But and we still have to have a balance because all that stuff does have sugar in it. So it's always like the good tasting stuff is always not good for us. You notice that? Y'all, my hair. Every day in school for lunch growing up, I always got peanut butter and jelly and haven't gotten tired of it yet. Yes, Black Dot LaFleur. I never liked peanut butter and jelly, y'all. I didn't even like peanut butter, but I'll eat Reese's cups. But and I made myself start eating peanut butter crackers because they said that peanut butter has protein and that's good for us. So I started making myself eat those. But anyway, y'all, it's 1:20. I digress. I've enjoyed y'all thoroughly. Thank y'all so much for liking, subscribing. Thank you for the love. I enjoyed talking to y'all. You eat Reese's? You had to get your trash recycled? Can't it's all good, King Hazy. We got to take care of ourselves. Take care of your life. Take care of your premises, your house, and whatever you got to do. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to sign off of here. Remember to always walk in your divinity. Favorite Reese's cups in the orange wrapper. That's what I like. Haven't had it in a while. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off of here. Thank y'all for joining and tuning in with me, spending time with me, rocking out with me. I appreciate you all thoroughly. You all have a good rest of your day. Haben Sie alles einen guten Tag. And yeah, continue to walk in your divinity. Remember to always celebrate yourself. If you want to support the channel, that is dollar sign BGAB clothing. That is dollar sign BGAB clothing, y'all. It's still my birthday month, okay? It's still my birthday month. And so I have something planned. We'll see if I go through with it this weekend. And if so, I will share it with y'all on the channel, okay? Anyway, signing out, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Tune in with y'all later. Stay elevated, y'all. Thank you, Black Dot. Bye, y'all.